"What are you doing here, Asano?" Cᴇʟ asked curiously, hiding her smirk behind her cup. "I came to ask Ellen an important question for the assignment." Gakushu answered curtly. "It couldn't have waited for tomorrow?" Nagisa questioned. Gakushu gave him a sarcastic smile. "I like the tea here." "Nah, Asano probably just wanted to see cute little Hawaiian in her work uniform," Karma teased. The boy raised an eyebrow, taking a drink of his strawberry milk. Kaede and Cᴇʟ took another sip of their teas, staring a knowing look. Nagisa noticed their interaction once more, making him nervously chuckle. Suddenly, getting run over doesn't seem like a bad idea, Hawaiian inwardly groaned. Gakushu tensed as he felt another pang of his heart at the sound of Karma calling Hawaiian cute. While Hawaiian was, unadmittedly, pretty in her work uniform, even without her usual makeup she wore to work, that was certainly not the reason why he was here. Hawaiian flinched while taking someone else's order. As she turned around, she asked him, "Are you gonna sit, or no? Because if you're not, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." "I'll sit, thank you very much," Gakushu said with a prideful glare. Hawaiian scoffed. "I take it you want the same as last time? Chamomile tea, right?" "How nice of you to remember," he replied with a charismatic smile, but his words were lined with spite. "In that case, it'll be right out." Hawaiian plastered a smile on her face, but almost broke her pen from how hard she was gripping it. "Hawaiian, can I get a refill for my tea, please?" Kaede asked. "Me too, please," Cᴇʟ added. Hawaiian sighed once more, feeling uncomfortable. She felt like everyone's eyes were on her, yet no one was staring at her. As she got to work on the Gakushu's tea, Maya handed her Cᴇʟ and Kaide's drinks. After giving the girls their drinks, Karma whispered to her, "Hey, do you think I can try slipping something into his tea?" "Karma, you'll get me fired." Hawaiian whispered back, "That's seriously stopping you? I have rent to pay." "Your point? Just give me the tea." "No!" As she approached Gakushu with his drink, she chewed on her tongue. "Ellen, when do you get off work?" he inquired. 10 o'clock, she curtly replied. Gakushu was taken aback by that statement. Why does she work so late? No wonder she always looks like she needs sleep. "When is your break?" he asked. "I don't have one," she shortly stated. "What does he want from me?" Gakushu's eyebrow twitched. "You don't have one?" "Pardon me, I meant that I choose not to take one." Hawaiian almost sneered. "I'm sorry to tell you, but whatever you had to ask me has to wait until tomorrow. You're welcome to leave, but please pay for your drink." It was taking so much effort not to hiss at him. "In that case," Gakushu started and folded his hands together, "I'll wait for you." Gakushu really just wanted to get this over with. In other words, he had to talk to her before he went home for the night, just so that fate would stop pestering him. Hawaiian irked with a smile. "What do you want from me?" "I want to talk about that." Kaede and Cᴇʟ choked on their teas at the sound of that. Hawaiian flinched, but her irritated smile did not go away. "I assumed we agreed not to speak about that." "It's been 3 years since we found out, Ellen," Gakushu pointed out with a twinge of irritation. "Don't you think it's about time we talked about that?" "Can someone please tell me what that is?" Nagisa whispered to their group. "I'm curious too." Karma quietly snickered. 3 years, huh? That must mean whatever this that is. They've known since second year of junior high. Huh. I wonder why we never decided to talk about that in the first place. Hawaiian sarcastically hummed. "Oh, wait, I know. Because you're an arrogant prick." "So quick to insult." Gakushu smirked. "Didn't you say that you'd give me a chance if I gave you one?" Hawaiian tensed and shot Cᴇʟ an annoyed look with her eyes. "I wonder who told you that." Cᴇʟ whistled innocently and looked away with a sweat drop. "I wonder, will your infidelity to that change if I give you a chance?" Gakushu added, his eyes flickering to Karma. "Infidelity?" Hawaiian questioned with furrowed brows. "What the hell do you mean by that?" "You're crushing on the..." Hawaiian dropped her tray on the table and slapped her hand over his mouth. She was gritting her teeth. "Fine!" she hissed. "I'll listen to what you have to say, just let me work in peace, please." She wiped her hand on her waist apron in disgust and stomped off, carrying her tray once more. Gakushu felt triumph as he reveled in her flushed expression. Did we just sit through Asano calling Hwaeun a hoe? Karma snickered. I really wonder what that is. Well, if you want to know so badly, ask Hwaeun about that, Kaede suggested. I highly doubt she'll tell them about that. Cᴇʟ laughed. But by all means, go ahead, you two. If Asano knows, then I'm sure she won't mind telling us, Nagisa stated. That's because it involves him. Both Cᴇʟ and Kaede thought in their heads. Hwaeun untied her waist apron and shoved it into her bag. Cᴇʟ was the first to leave, followed by the 3E trio. When the trio left, she said her goodbyes and hoped to see them again soon. Finally, Gakushu left, much to her relief. Hopefully, he had given up on trying to talk to her about that whole soulmate arrangement. Bye, Mako, she waved as she stepped out. I'll see you Thursday. Alright, see ya. As she walked out the door of the cafe, she dug through her school bag for the keys to her bike lock. You sure took your time. She yelped and almost swung a fist on the random voice that startled her. Why do you scream? Gakushu scowled. Holy shit, do not ever do that again because I will punch you. She breathed, placing her hand to her chest. Why are you still here? I said I would wait to speak with you. Gakushu crossed his arms. Lucky for me, the bookstore next door closes at 12. Why do we need to talk about this stupid soulmate thing? Hwaeun's eyebrows furrowed and crossed her arms. You said it yourself. It's been 3 years since we found out and we haven't said a word about it. Why do we need to start now? I suppose that if we were to address the topic now, it wouldn't be too much of a problem with the assignment, Gakushu suggested. It was a partial lie, and he was hoping that she would reject the chance he would give her. After all, fate never said that Hwaeun would have to accept it. Hwaeun hummed, We can finish it with the bare minimum of communication. We can have a conversation about that later. My point is that they put you up to this, didn't they? Gakushu paused, and Hwaeun gave him a bitter smirk. Judging by the silence, that's a yes. Hwaeun hummed in vexation. And if I were to accept the chance you're giving me, what would be next? We talk and then start dating as soulmates. We get married on the beach at sunset as soulmates. The words she spat were filled with malice and rancor, as Gakushu flinched at the word married. Marriage. Something that was already determined by his father. Marriage. Something he dreaded every single day of his life. As he was thrown into an acriminous void, Hwaeun's tone became more and more hostile. I wonder, Asano, how many kids are we gonna have? Are we gonna raise a family together as soulmates? Will you stop talking? Gakushu gave her a dour and resentful glare. What are you gonna do about it, Asano? Hwaeun sneered, ready to impulsively initiate a fistfight with him. Where's the pride that you flaunt so effortlessly, huh? You psychopanatic son of a... Gakushu scoffed, interrupting her before she could finish. How could an ill-tempered person such as yourself be my soulmate? Hwaeun took a deep breath, calming herself down. I'm asking why a pretentious bastard like you is my soulmate. Hwaeun rolled her eyes and turned around, about to begin walking to where she usually places her bicycle. Gakushu's expression was dry. He scoffed and contacted his chauffeur to come pick him up. Then it occurred to her. I don't have a ride home since I got a ride with Cᴇʟ. My bike is still at school. She let out a frustrated groan, making Gakushu raise an eyebrow at her back. She suddenly wanted to rip her hair out. Hwaeun did not want to walk home in the dark at night, nor did she want to ask Gakushu for a ride either. She could take the train, but she would prefer to save as much money as possible. Also, her feet were sore, and she was feeling tired. She had confidence and was stubborn, but she was never considered prideful. She was also rational, so she figured she only had one option. She sighed and turned around. Every step she took was filled with shame. You have a chauffeur, right? She asked. Yes, what about it? She looked away from him with an irritated expression. Do you think... Gakushu almost couldn't hear her. Do you think you could give me a ride home? Did we just sit through Asano calling Ryan a hoe? God, Karma. You idiot. Oh my god. First of all, Karma, this bloody bastard, why is he so flippin' hilarious? He's so stupid. But then again, that's why I love him. Yeah, that's why he's my soulmate. Get it? You know? Thank you for tuning in. This was the third part of chapter 2, I think. Yeah. Have an amazing morning, have an amazing evening, have an amazing afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Goodbye, everyone.